Hey, how y'all doing out there? All is well, all is well. I know it to be true. But anywho, I wanted to come on here. I wanted to actually share a recent experience that I had. And I will be honest with you. I was not going to share it. But I know the why is more important than what I may be feeling. So, depending on if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't see this video on Instagram, I posted a picture of a book and I asked everyone what their thoughts were, any thoughts or, whatever the case. Just wanted to put the feelers out there, see what others thought about the book. And then, I got some responses back. I'll be honest, I was surprised. A lot of them were like, so. And I was surprised because the book that I was reading was like a sequel that surrounded a character. And this character was in a original book that was like an all-time classic. Like, it was classic. Like, if I told you the title right now, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that book. Yeah, that book was bomb. It was written by actually an artist, I like to call them, because they have many talents and different platforms. But I'm not going to go into that because it's not about them. It's about the book. I was excited. I got the reviews and I still progressed because I was going on a vacation trip. I wanted, to take some time to read, to mix up my reading a little bit, a little bit something exciting, a little bit of nostalgia. So I went ahead and I took the book with me and I began reading it on a plane. And when I read it, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't remember it being like this, but okay. She getting us settled in. They're getting us settled in. So, the writer. So, I'm reading it. And then I get about, I don't know, 15-20% in. And I'm kind of like, okay, now, where is this going? Like, where are we going right now? And I started to feel kind of like, how my face looked like, But I digress. I continue reading it. As I read it, it started taking some turns. So I was like, oh my, okay. I don't know if I agree with that. It wasn't I knew I didn't agree with that. I'll say that. And then I started to feel like a, on the inside. Like, it just didn't agree with me, But I will tell you, the storyline was intriguing, and it made me want to continue to read it. So I did. Well, as I continued to read the book, I was like, it's just going from bad to worse for me. This feeling that I'm having on the inside, and I just couldn't agree with it no more. And I was reading it and having these thoughts. It wasn't until I looked at the time and I realized, dude, it's like 3 a.m. Like, it's 3 a.m. and I'm up reading this book that I'm twisting with myself about reading. And I decided right at that point, no, I am not finishing this book. And I put the book down and I will not be picking it back up because it didn't agree with me. It didn't feel right. I felt like I had put my hand in a candy jar, or I had went outside when like a parental figure told me not to. I felt like I was doing something that wasn't right. And the why I share this with you all is it got me to thinking, but not just thinking. It just made me, I knew why I felt convicted, because at the end of the day, that's what it was. I felt convicted for what I was reading. I knew it wasn't right, but I continued to do it, And God, in his wisdom, he was just speaking to me in this book. If you know why I say what I say. If you got a chance to see what I posted. But what I was hearing what he was speaking to me is that you have to be mindful. You have to be mindful in what you take into you, with your eyes, with your ears. You have to be mindful what you decide to read, what music you dance to sometimes or just listen to and just passing, what movies you may watch, what shows maybe that you enjoy watching, social platforms that you like to visit. You know, they're all entertaining, right? And that's how they catch you. It's entertaining. But I'll say this, and I think we'll all agree, too much of anything is not good for you, especially if it is not helping you to elevate in some type of way. It's not helping you to elevate. It's not helping you to grow. It's just there as a form of entertainment. And if you continue sometimes in that place of just entertainment or just taking in something that, even if you feel like how I feel like about, like I don't agree with that, and it just don't feel right with your spirit, it can infiltrate your mind. And then once it get into your mind, it goes into your heart, and then it comes out in your actions. So what I'm saying is we have to be mindful of what we take into us. We have to be mindful of the messages that we receive, because that's what all of these things that I mentioned are forms of art, and all art has a message, and you have to be mindful what you let enter into you. Potentially it could be a gateway. It could be a gateway to maybe, having self-doubt, to confusion, to insecurity, to any of those things that are not uplifting and elevating you, things that are not giving honor to this life that you have been blessed to lead. Simply put, you just have to be mindful of what you take in and make sure that it's honoring to you. And if it don't feel right, it's probably not right. And if you feel like you can't get away from it, then there's an attachment there. And if that attachment isn't good to you, it's not good for you. So that's all I wanted to say. This is a long video, but I wanted to make sure I shared that. And that's it. I hope it is received well. I hope everyone has a blessed day. All right, take care. Bye.